So for the longest time, I felt unbelievably uncomfortable wearing athletic clothes. I kind of remember growing up, going to football practice and saying to my mom, I need Under Armour. I need like the compression shorts, everyone has them. I need, the Under Armour tank tops, everyone has them. And I always had a huge problem with it, not only because my mom was always just like very smart and she was just like, no, you don't need that. But also because none of it ever fit me. And that's like fine, like we all grow into our bodies and we all end up finding brands that work for you. But that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video. I've been getting a couple of requests from my Leichtning fitness program, my online fitness program, asking where I get my clothes, my workout clothes. So I thought that I would do a video talking about where I get those clothes, what the quality is, and why I still wear them. Full disclosure, I don't buy athletic clothes often at all. Like, I have some kind of like complex, probably stemming back to growing up of kind of just being like, I don't need new clothes. I don't know why that's like never been like a really big temptation for me. So as you know from watching my videos, you've probably seen that I wear the same tank tops over and over again, the same joggers over and over again. And luckily I have laundry in my apartment. It's like, oh, thank God. Because I truly just like, I wear it, I wash it. I wear it, I wash it. And that's something that I'll talk about in the video because honestly, I buy clothes based on how many times I can wash it because I wash them all the time. So if you are interested in any of the clothes that I'm talking about in this video, I'm gonna try and link all of them down in the description below. Full disclosure, they're going to be affiliate links. So if you click on them, I may get a kickback if you buy. If you don't wanna do that, go straight to the website. I totally understand. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. But let me go change. I have to go put on some underwear because that's where we are starting. Okay, so first off, we have these Adidas compression shorts underwear. I've worn these forever. I don't know why, I've never switched. I guess they're just super comfortable. I love working them. They're the only thing I work out in. I get them from Kohl's. You can usually get a deal on them. And they are just super breathable. They're super light, and they hold up for a really long time. So I'd say even though a lot of the shorts that I'll be showing you have liners built in, I still wear these underneath just because they keep everything in place and they're super comfortable. What's up next? So very similar to me only having one option of underwear that I wear, I really only wear one kind of sock, and that is Nike socks. I don't know why, they're just super plush. I wear black mids, I wear white mids, I wear, different like colored socks, and I also just wear like some no-show socks most of the time when I'm working out now. I haven't necessarily found a pair of no-show socks that I'm like in love with. The Adidas ones are okay, but I would say I'm still looking for that. Next, let's talk about some shorts. So these are the 10,000, which ones are they? I'll link it below. These are the 10,000 shorts. There are 3 different options. I really like these ones the most. And I like them mostly because the inseam is so short. I don't really like wearing long pants. And they're super breathable. They don't really like stay wet for very long. I'd say these are pretty much my go-to shorts. Again, this is like, the liner's pretty tight, which is good. I still have my underwear on underneath, just keeping like everything very supported, whether I'm running or whether I'm weightlifting or anything like that. So I would highly suggest the 10,000 shorts. They're probably my favorite shorts that I wear right now, although I cycle between some of them. Next up on the list is some Uniqlo shorts. So I'm a big fan of these shorts because I don't have the biggest legs, and I'm always looking for shorts that aren't like super wide here, and I like that they hug my leg pretty well. And compared to the 10,000 shorts that are usually like 60 bucks a pair, you can usually get a discount for that. I have a discount code. These are like 20 bucks or something insanely cheap, and they've been sticking together pretty well. Again, I wash and dry all of my clothes, and I'd say these have been washed and dried a bunch of times and I haven't seen any wear and tear. So big fans of the Uniqlo for the price point, for sure. Next we have Birddogs. So I've worn Birddogs for like 4 years now, and I like Birddogs. They're a little bit longer because, the company's run by a bunch of straight guys. And I like them. They all have like different colors around the back. They also have like different colored liners usually that you can pick. I've never really bought a pair for myself. I only get them as hand-me-downs. I haven't really been wearing these as much. I think it's because they're a little bit longer and like the leg is a little bit wider. I also, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of, I really shouldn't be saying this, but I'm not like the biggest fan of their marketing. I think it's like really bro-y and like promotes this culture that like only straight bros can go to the gym, and I'm like, not about it. So, I don't really buy Birddogs. You can if you want to. They're like a good training short. They're not my favorite. Last but not least for shorts, we have Lululemon. Y'all know I love Lululemon. I'm a big fan of these shorts because they are probably like the tightest fit of underwear underneath them, or of the liner. I really like that. I think probably in my next pair of Lulu shorts, I'll probably get a little bit of a smaller inseam. But I really love, you know, like the textures that they have. I love that they're so fast drying. I'd say that like where I really start to love Lululemon is when we get to pants, which we'll get to next. But these are great shorts. I think they're great for yoga and for running. Next we have joggers. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I love joggers. So this is the first pair we're going to talk about. These are from Uniqlo again, and I am a huge fan. I wouldn't say these are like my favorite joggers, but for the price point, you absolutely can't beat it. They are so cheap. They're so well made, and I love like they're more of like a loungy pant than they are like an athletic pant. So I like sometimes will work out in them, but mostly they're just super comfortable, and I just like wear them around the house. But they are at a super low price point, and they're really well made. So definitely keep that in mind. You definitely can work out in them. I just wish that the bottoms had like a little bit less room here, that they were like a little bit snugger. So I pulled them up a little bit. And I think that's probably the only reason why I don't wear them like all the time to work out. Okay, probably my favorite piece of clothing in my wardrobe are my Lululemon ABC Joggers. I have 4 pair of these. I have black, gray, navy blue, and green, and they're expensive. Like, no doubt about it. They're absolutely probably the most expensive clothes that I have, at least for workout clothes. But here's what I will say about them. I wear them, like one pair of them, like almost every single day. I wear them to train people. I wear them in my own training, especially in winter. I wear them all the time to train. I wash them all the time because, again, after I train in them, I just throw them in the wash. And they wear super well. I will say this, I have gone through 2 pairs of them, and this is like kind of a secret about Lululemon, but their customer service is so unbelievable that if you bring in your pants that have like a tear in them or that have been like worn a little bit, they will mend it or give you a new pair for free. They will try to mend it, and if they can't mend it, then they'll give you a new pair for free. They'll also hem them to any length that you want them for free. It's insane. Their customer service is like truly the best. They're not sponsoring this video. I don't work with Lululemon, but I will say these pants and that company, I'm like a huge fan of. So I definitely check out these ABC Joggers. They're definitely the piece of clothing on social media that I get asked about the most, and it's really just because they fit so well. They're super breathable. Like, they're form-fitting, but you can also move in them. Like, you can do squats, you can do Olympic lifting, you can do all that without ripping them. So these are probably, yeah, these are number 1. I'm a big fan. Let's move on to some tank tops. You have probably absolutely seen this tank top because I wear it all the time, and it is probably the oldest piece of workout wear that I have in my closet. Once again, this is Lululemon. I love their tank tops. I love how they fit like around the shoulders. I love that they're slim. I love that they're not like too baggy in the front. I've always been a big fan of Lululemon's tank tops. And once again, it's just about quality for me. You know, like, can I wash this and dry this over and over and over again? And can the quality maintain? And I've had this honestly for like 4 years. And it's just now starting to pill. And I bet you that if I took it into Lululemon, they'd be like, here, just take a new one. You know, like, honestly, they are so good about that. So definitely a big fan of the Lululemon tank. I have one more Lululemon tank to show you. So this tank top is a much lighter material. So the last one that I was wearing is just like a little bit more, it's like more cottony. It's not like cotton, but, and this one is much lighter and much more dry fit. I like both of them. I like them both for different reasons. That one might get like a little bit heavier with sweat, but I like the design a bit more. And this one is just super light and like a very light material. I think this is like the newer material. So I think you really can't go wrong with both. If you're getting like a clearance of Lulu that's like old stuff, I think it's just as good of material as the new stuff. So definitely look at the sales, because that's kind of like the best way to make it manageable in like the price department. Because when you compare this tank top to the shirt that I'm going to show you next, I like the fit of them and I like wearing them the same, but they have very different price points, and I get why, because, you know, quality wise it makes sense, but it's just something you have to keep in mind. So next we have the Uniqlo Activewear t-shirt. So I don't often wear t-shirts anymore. I just don't like them. But when I do wear t-shirts, I wear these Uniqlo ones because, one, I did a partnership with them, so I have them, right? But two, I just think that, you know, like they're a little bit more professional when I feel like I should be wearing sleeves. I don't know, I don't know. But I really do like how they fit. They're definitely like not too baggy in the front. They have like a nice fit around the bicep. This is a small. Most of my clothes are smalls, I should say that. And yeah, I'd say that the quality for Uniqlo, like this t-shirt I think was like $15. And the quality has been pretty good. Again, I wash and dry these clothes. I think on the inside it's pilling a little bit, but it's not on the outside, which is really interesting. So, so far so good. I've had these clothes for, you know, 4 to 5 months of like very serious workout use. So the quality is still there even though the price point is low, and you know, I'm all here for that. Okay, so this is the last tank top we're going to talk about. I've just started dabbling in Nike tank tops, and so far so good. I've ordered 2 of them, and I'm a big fan. I love the material that they use. They're also pretty expensive. They're like on par with Lululemon, and obviously like I don't have the benefit of like going into a Nike store and them being quite as good customer service wise. I don't think. I've never tried it. But I do like the tank tops. They haven't pilled at all. I've been able to wash and dry them. I also like that they have like a couple of different styles with the back. I don't know what this is called. My friend Thomas told me what it was called. I was like, that has a name? I don't know. But I'm a big fan of this tank top, and I have another blue one. And so far so good with Nike. I've been buying the ones that are on sale. So again, I'm like a big sales hoe, I guess. And so if you find a sale for Nike, just like go with it. Let me think back. I think that everything so far has been a small, and they've been pretty similar in sizing. So just a little point of reference for you. Last but not least for the shirts, we have my own merchandise. We have our Lightning Bolt t-shirt. So a couple things went into making these t-shirts. We decided that we wanted a little bit of a nicer cotton material, so I'm really happy with how the quality of the actual shirt turned out. It's also a little bit longer. It's universal sizing, and so this is a small and it's a little bit longer, and that's how I like to have my shirts. I can like tuck it in if I'm wearing jeans, or if I'm working out, you know, like it's not like riding up all the time, right? In terms of the design, we have 3 different designs right now. One being this rainbow lightning bolt. We have an ice lightning with the white t-shirt, and then we have a blue t-shirt with white lightning. It's kind of hard to see, but like this lightning bolt has a little bit of texture on it, and all the lightning bolts have like some like cracking of texture. It's really cool. You'll see when you actually get one. But I'm a huge fan of these shirts, and we've got so many plans coming up with, you know, pairing up with people to make it a dry fit t-shirt, making tank tops, because, you know, I'm a big fan of tank tops. So definitely stay tuned with that, because I am really excited about like the avenue of making clothes that, you know, like actually fit people of not like just like the generic Lululemon, Nike body types. And so I don't know. We're gonna play with that, and we're gonna see what comes. And I am excited that you're gonna be along for the ride for it. What do we have next? Oh, I think we just have shoes next. And honestly, I don't really play around with shoes, so let's do it. Okay, last but not least, we were talking about training shoes. So I've tried basically all of the brands of training shoes. I started with Reebok. I liked my Reeboks, but then I moved on to Noble. Or I guess I did Nike in between there. I really liked my Nikes. And then I moved on to Noble, and I liked those for a while, but they're super flat-footed. So then I moved back to Nike, and I started with the Nike Flyknit 3s. And I'm a huge fan of those shoes because they're super versatile. So if you're looking for a shoe that you can do like, you know, squats and running in the same workout and with the same shoe, that would be the shoe that I would tell you to get. But in terms of like just like a weightlifting cross training shoe, I love the Nike Metcon 5s, and that's what I'm wearing right now. You can see them. These are Nike IDs, so you can kind of go on Nike's website and design them however you want. I really like white shoes. I try and keep them as clean as possible for as long as possible. But then I just like a little pop of color, so I added some blue swishes, and that's about it. I've been wearing these shoes for, you know, almost a year now, which is insane, and they hold up super well. I'd say that's the only thing that I don't like about the Flyknit 3s. I think they're like the most comfortable cross-training shoe, but the heel of them wears out pretty quickly. Like I can wear them for like 3 to 4 months of heavy use and then they're done. Like I have to throw them away. And then the other thing I'd say is that I've tried a few different kinds of running shoes, and from what I've kind of like talked to real runners about, it's basically just like personal preference of like what fits your foot the best. But I'm a big fan of the Nike running shoes, and they have a little bit more cushion, and that makes it more difficult to do something like a squat or a deadlift in them because it makes you super unstable on the ground. So your running shoes are not necessarily the shoes that you would do the rest of like the strength section of Leichtning Fitness program with, right? But I do think it's really important for you to have a running shoe and a cross-training shoe. And so far for me, just personal preference, that has been Nike. That's been like the main brand that I'm a big fan of. So I hope this was helpful. Y'all have seen basically everything in my closet except for, you know, like different colors of a few things. But again, I will link as much as I can find in the description below. And I hope that, you know, yeah, like I said, I hope that this is helpful. I know it's kind of weird, but it's kind of fun. These are like the only clothes that I wear, and I'm sure that you've seen them in videos. If you have any questions about sizing or anything like that, I'll try and put that in the description as well. But send me a message, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment below, and I will see you next time.